December is coming to an end, so that means it's time for me to tell you about my favorite things from the past month. Now, before we get into the favorites, I do want to give you a heads up that I've decided that this is going to be my last monthly favorites. Now, if you're interested in knowing more about why I decided that and the reason behind it, I'll talk about that more at the end, but I know you're here for the favorites, so let's get into it. Now, we're going to start off with food, as always, and the first thing that I've really been loving this month is a dinner, and that is egg biscuits with kale. And this is something I usually have going throughout the year, but I've just really been digging it this month. So I make whole wheat biscuits, fry up some eggs and have those on there with some hot sauce. I like Frank's Red Hot. That is my hot sauce of choice. Then I've been making a massaged kale salad. So it's just kale with a little salt and lemon juice and some olive oil, and it just is the perfect combination. I love sour things, so having really lemony kale is just amazing to me. Then the eggs with the biscuits, it's just a really nice combination. It's always really good, and I've just been super into it for December. The other food things I'm loving this month are produce, a couple fruits actually, and that is pomegranates and citrus. So pomegranates are something I eat a lot of this time of year because I do love them so much. I love how they're sweet and sour all at the same time, and you can only get them in the winter time, which it's winter right here now in Virginia. So I've been loving these, especially in my yogurts. I show how I eat them in my what I eat in a day videos. I showed them in the last one, so I'll link that for you if you kind of want to see how I like to eat my pomegranates, but they're just really good and I love them. And then citrus has been a thing because that's another thing I eat a lot of in the winter time, and we were able to get some really good grapefruits and some oranges from a local organization. You know, when they do those kind of fruit sale things in December, we got some of those. They're so good. And I mean, oranges are great, but grapefruits, they're so good to me because not only are they sour, are we seeing a trend here? I like sour things, but also they're so much larger, so they're a little more satisfying. You can also do half of one if you want, and I like to eat my grapefruit just like I do any other citrus, like an orange or whatever. I just peel it and eat the sections. I know that's not what most people do, and a lot of people think it's kind of weird, but it just makes sense to me because it's the same thing, right? It's just bigger. So between the pomegranates and the citrus, this is keeping me very happy as far as fruit goes. Another favorite for this month is my trip to Williamsburg and Jamestown and Yorktown. So me and Jason went on a trip to do all of the historic triangle stuff here in Virginia. And I mean, being in Virginia, we have so much cool historical stuff to see, and I always like to try to plan trips to do that stuff and experience it, especially now that we're adults and we can appreciate it a lot different maybe than we did when we were kids. So that was a lot of fun. If you want to see what the trip was like, I did post a vlog of all of that. So if you're interested in seeing more of that, then I will link that for you, especially if you're a Hamilton fan, because I mean, we had this trip planned before we got into Hamilton and we were already excited about it, but once we got into Hamilton, it made it even more exciting because, I don't know, it's just like this extra layer on top of the whole experience, and it was a great time. A TV show that I've really been into is Westworld, and technically this probably should have been in my November favorites, but I kind of forgot about it, and also my obsession got, I don't know, it just came to a whole nother level after the season ended. So Westworld is a show on HBO, and it was for the fall season, and it just ended, and I am so into it. It is maybe going to be one of my favorite shows of like my whole life. That's how good it is. I love it. It's just so good. I mean, I think the issues it talks about are important, but also just the storytelling, the twists and the turns, the acting is phenomenal, and it's a great show. So if you're looking for something to watch, even if you're not, you should get into Westworld because it is really good. And I've gotten even more into it this past month because I'm not someone who likes to read theories and stuff when I'm watching a show, because I feel like if someone comes up with a theory and it turns out to be right, it's basically a spoiler, and I'm not really into that. I just want to experience it and see it unfold before my eyes. So I try to avoid all that stuff. But now that the season is over, I'm going back and re-watching all the episodes. That tells you how good it is right there. But I'm re-watching everything, and so now I'm delving into all the different podcasts and discussions that people were having while it was going on. So I'm kind of backtracking to listen to all that stuff, and it's just getting me even more into it. So Westworld is great. Totally, highly, Absolutely recommend it. It's a great show. So now, as far as why I've decided to stop doing these monthly favorites, I have been doing them for 2 years straight now, every single month, and I do like them as a chance for me to share some food stuff with you, but also some other stuff that maybe doesn't fit into my normal videos. But I've decided to stop doing them because I don't feel like I necessarily have a ton of stuff to talk about every single month. And so sometimes, I do have a lot, but other times it's not, a lot going on because I'm not someone who's out buying stuff all the time to show you or whatever. So I thought that it would be better to kind of take those out going into 2017, make room for some other content that maybe be more valuable to you anyways. And then also I can do videos like this throughout the year as I have stuff to show you. So maybe I'll do like stuff I'm loving, like current favorites type videos. So once I have a few things that I really like and that I want to share with you and I think you might be interested in, then I can make those videos and tell you about them. And if there's something that's totally amazing that I just have to tell you about right now, then I can just make a video about that or share it on my other social media, especially Instagram and Snapchat, because those are the two places where I hang out the most other than YouTube. So that's kind of my thinking on that, but I think that's going to be a better setup for you and a better setup for me. So that's that. That's why that's happening. That's what's going on. But let me know in the comments, what kind of stuff are you loving for the month of December? And also, what are some things that you're excited about for 2017? I mean, this is going up at the end of 2016, right? So it seems appropriate. Let me know what you're super pumped about for the new year and what you're really looking forward to. I hope you like this video. And if you are new here and you want more healthy eating tips and nutrition info and healthy recipes, then make sure that you subscribe, because eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle really doesn't have to be complicated, and I want to show you how to do it. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.